Hey guys, this is Rosita, your go-to vocal and language coach here on takelessons.com. And today I'm going to talk about, those moments when your voice begins, to sound kaput. When it starts to sound a little bit irregular, and then the voices in your head, take you down a dark and miserable emotional road of fear and self-doubt, and then we go into like our own little inner bubble. We're going into like our own self-preservation state. Yeah, you know those times, right? I swear I haven't experienced any of those before. Okay, I've had experienced a few. There are times where we do save our voices. We put ourselves into vocal rest. We drink herbal teas or herbal concoctions of our own. And we wear the stereotypical singer scarf. Unfortunately, avoiding using your voice can actually affect your voice after recovery time. And don't get me wrong, rest works wonders. And if you're still, like suffering from laryngitis and you can't talk, don't try. Only when you're at a time where you're kind of getting that voice back, and that's the time where I'm talking about. I'm going to teach you guys some warm-ups, some soft warm-ups that's going to help you not only with your singing voice but your speaking voice as well. Now, this vlog per se is going to be for the singers who feel like they've actually lost something from their voice over time when they were recovering. Perhaps like a rattle in their voice, or you feel like there's certain things happening on certain notes. You're not able to reach certain notes as before. But whatever the case is, please definitely consult a voice professional, a vocal coach, before you start singing any hard rock songs. Okay, we want to protect your voice. We don't want you to blow out your voice. And I understand it's going to be a tough decision if you have a big concert coming up, but we only get one set of vocal cords, so we have to protect what we have. Now, before waving the white flag, perhaps you're going to find that certain habits crept in back into your routine and that aren't kind of the voice that you want. And how's your physical fitness? All right. How are you sleeping enough? I mean, are you eating your fruits? Are your vegetables? I know it's the mama side coming out of me, but taking care of yourself is going to be a huge part of recovering. You want to make sure you're eating healthy foods, so you're helping your immune system to kick those germs. Now, any perceived or diagnosed vocal damage it's an opportunity to double down on your technique, really. And as you work through the tough time, surround yourself with positivity, first of all. Those inner voices is going to distract you with doubt and fears, like, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever to recover my voice. I'm not going to sound the same. Am I going to reach a certain note by this certain date? Stop thinking. Actually, I have a rule in my private classes where I tell my students, thinking is not allowed, only focusing. Reason I say that, because when we start thinking, all these doubts is going to happen about their voice, because a lot of us are already kind of insecure with our voice. So we don't want to feed that fear, rather than just focus in the anatomical process that's going to happen. Now, there's no time like the present to invest in your overall health. I mean, without a doubt, healthy habits will give you a healthier voice. Now, again, I recommend working with a speech therapist and or a vocal coach if you want a professional to help you to get back in a good vocal shape safely. That being said, let's check out some warm-ups that I have for you guys. So first, we're going to start with some slides, some easy slides. Oh yes. Now, when I work with someone who has vocal damage, I begin with developing a thin edge, a function of their vocal cords. Now, when the vocal cords are lean and thin and gently coming together at their edges, you hear and feel a faint resonant buzz accompanying your sound. It kind of feels, it feels easy to sing and all is well with the world, but visualize two pieces of paper gently touching the edges without any bending from pressure. Yeah. So damage compromises the thin edges of the cords usually, and they can't close completely with the same light amount of effort as before. So we press them together a little bit more firmly. Now, typically we'll start engaging the muscles of the neck and the throat to help the cord closure, which can some added discomfort and further the damage. Now, I begin with slides on an E. It's an octave scale, and from either from low to the high or high to the low. It depends on the person and the situation. So if you're not familiar with an interval or an octave, think of somewhere over the rainbow for an octave. So it is important when we're going to do this exercise is that we keep the tongue relaxed as possible. So we want the tongue front, barely touching the teeth, and kind of lifted, the back of the tongue a little bit lifted. And we're going to use he. So again, keep the tongue high. Make sure that the slide is in fact an even slide. Avoid letting the voice quickly shift to each pitch or to either pitch. And we're gonna start right now. All right, so follow me. So, ladies, we're gonna start from here with a B4, which is the B above middle C. We're gonna do a nice E sound. Add a little H just before. So it's gonna sound like this. Again, here's B. Now, it is going to be natural for you guys to feel a crackle in the voice since you haven't used it for a certain amount of time. But the more you do it in a balance, it's going to decrease over time. But please do not overdo. So, with me, ladies, 4, 3, 2, inhale. For men, male singers, we're going to start in a little bit in your head voice. So we're going to start with a D4, that's a D above middle C. So with me, 4, 3, 2, inhale. Now, another vowel I'm gonna have you guys is the who vowel. It's the e. It's the vowel that's gonna be most easy on your voice. So, ladies, ooh. So let's start from low to high. Ooh. With me. All right, men. Again, low to high. Last one. All right. See, I got you guys covered. Now, next, we're going to talk, another exercise great is when using your falsetto. Well, female falsetto, male head voice. Okay, now, after you slid around for a while and you can feel that thin edge again, it is time to ease into stretching the vocal cords. Just like other muscles of the body, the vocal folds, as well as the muscles of the larynx, the neck, throat, the jaw, function better with regular stretching. Now, the neck and jaw are a bit easier to stretch without instruction, but however, to really stretch the laryngeal, I can't even speak English, the laryngeal, wow, yeah. It's about that time. Muscles, the laryngeal muscles, throat, and vocal folds, you may need to some guidance. Now, the best and healthy stretch for your voice is some falsetto exercises. So, what I mean by this, guys, is you're going to get in touch with your inner Mickey Mouse. So, yes, we're going to sing like Mickey Mouse. Now, first of all, we're going to maximize the stretch's potential. So we're going to place a finger on your Adam's apple to determine where your larynx is. So when you inhale, you're going to feel the larynx lower, and then the lower the larynx, the wider the larynx can be. Now, of course, the higher the larynx, the more narrow it can be. So let's inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to feel it come back up. So we're going to round our lips into a small oval, right? Basically a fish face. And we're going to sing on a who using a 5-3-1 pattern, starting around the F above middle C for ladies, and then the F under middle C for you guys. Now it is imperative that you maintain the facial and the laryngeal posture throughout this exercise. Now you may feel the desire to spread your lips like this. Please don't. So as you reach your high B flat, please keep the position. Allow more breathiness through the shape. Approach it as if you're about to yawn. All right, let's make it simple. So, shall we? So who, ladies, so try to inhale for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Notice how my chest is relaxed and my chest and my shoulders are down. So we want to make sure we're using our midsection. All right, let's continue on. Going down. Guys, we're down here. Ready? Awesome job, guys. All right. Now, please do not force anything with this when doing this exercise. The most important element is to stretch the cords, but not to the point where it's actually to a form of a breaking point. Never force it. Use the support that the breath gives you. Now, we're going to save the intense stretching for a lesson with a vocal professional. Now, often I find people who begin a lesson sounding as if they have a vocal damage will suddenly sound normal again after fully stretching in falsetto. Now, think of a knot in a muscle. It's uncomfortable until you work it out. Massage sounds heavenly right now. Now, in conclusion, don't be afraid. All singers experience some form of damage in of sorts from time to time. We're human. All right, so it's okay. So this is why you're going to seek a professional. Now, what I mean by professional is I don't mean, people say, hey, I'm a singing teacher. I've been singing all my life. I've done concerts, all these things without vocal training. Stay away from those. They will hurt you unintentionally, but they will still hurt you. All right. Go to a person that's actually studied vocals. And if you guys need help of finding a vocal teacher or vocal coach near you, well, first of all, hi. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. And also check out takelessons.com. All right. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to post them in the comments below. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, if you guys are watching this on my profile at takelessons.com, go ahead, click a question and ask a question. All right, take care. Bye.